Hello, I'm John Wolf from Toth Elementary in Perrysburg, and this is News 6. Culture is a thing of beauty, as you will quickly see in our first interview between 6th grader Edward Edgerton and his father, musician Art Edgerton.
Why did you take up music?
Hey, I started music at the age of 13, and normally that's not the time to begin, really. Young people start at a very early age, some 6 and 7, 8, and even as early as 5 if you show what we call promise. But I didn't start until the age of 13.
What instruments did you learn to play?
Well, I think very early in life, we have to go back a little bit and say that I really started playing drums or percussion, and that's a big word, as Leonard Bernstein once said, who conducted children's concerts. And those are instruments that you have some sort of contact with in terms of pounding or beating, and that's what drumming is all about. And that's the way I started. In fact, I started at the age of 2 and a half, playing with 2 clothespins. So from there, I didn't get to the piano until I was 13.
Why did you take up music?
Well, I guess there are a couple of reasons. Sometimes I wonder why myself I took up music. But first of all, of course, I loved music. The second thing was that at very early age in elementary school, teachers said that I had no talent for music. And the more I heard, the more I listened, the more I enjoyed music as a real profession and a thing that did more. It spoke to me, it was my source of comfort and that kind of thing. So there are any number of reasons why I took up music.
How did you start in the music business?
Well, I started at the age of 9 because I came from a home where I had to start working early, and that's another story. It's too long to tell here on News 6.
Thanks, Dad. This has been Edward Edgerton for News 6.
Northwest Ohio has a rich past. Here's our reporter, Tanya Simmons, with that report.
Perrysburg is a historical town at the foot of the Maumee River Rapids. There are many historical places in Perrysburg, but about the most interesting spot is Fort Meigs. The fort is located on the bank of the Maumee River. It was completed in 1813 by General William Henry Harrison. The fort is not the same as it was before. It was rebuilt in the 1970s. There are 4 block houses that contain displays of weapons, pictures, and mannequins, just like soldiers of that time. In the middle of the fort is the Fort Meigs Monument. The monument stands 82 feet and weighs 322 tons. It rests on the foundation measuring 6,000 cubic feet. Fort Meigs is truly a historical site.
Flintlock pistol like this is a personal pistol, a pocket pistol. That's what they called it. Now, if it were a flintlock, it would have the hammer with the flint. It would have a place in here, kind of a pan with steel on it, and you would start out, and probably, if you were smart, you'd get the gun at about a position like this. You would take it, pour in some powder, make sure that the powder was tamped down. You'd put a piece of sort of padding or something in there to compress it. Then you'd put your round ball in and push it down, and you would be set to go.
The 6th graders at Toth Elementary have strong feelings on several issues. News 6 reporter Ed Fritz has an editorial on the upcoming Summer Olympics.
The problem has come up about the chance of an American boycott of the Summer Olympics in Moscow. President Carter says he will boycott unless the Russian troops are moved out of Afghanistan. He said that he would like the Olympics moved, postponed, or canceled. The Olympic Committee says they can't be moved because it is too late. They say that the Olympics can't be postponed for a year because of an Olympic regulation. Other countries are also thinking about boycotting. Saudi Arabia and China agree with the boycott idea. The Russians show no sign of moving, and President Carter doesn't want any athletes hurt. Many athletes have trained hard and want to go to the Olympics. We think that we should send athletes if we know that they are going to be safe.
Our reporter Sabrina Hunt interviewed Mr. G. Wilford Hunt of the Perrysburg Water Department. Here is that report.
Where do we get our water?
Our water originates from Lake Erie. City of Toledo pumps it from Lake Erie and in turn pumps it on to Perrysburg. We pump it to our customers.
What chemicals do you use?
We only add chlorine just to boost the residual because we are buying treated water from City of Toledo.
How many reservoirs do we have?
We have 2 reservoirs, one at each pump station, each holding 500,000 gallons.
How many water towers do we have?
We also have 2 water towers at each one of the stations, and they hold 250,000 gallons.
Approximately how much water do you use per day?
We average about 1,600,000 gallons per day.
How many customers do you serve?
Now, right now we have a little over 4,000 customers.
How many work in the water department?
There are 7 in total, 5 in the maintenance end and 2 ladies in the billing department.
How do you like your job as a watering superintendent?
It's very enjoyable. It's a challenge working with the public.
Do you have a lot of problems in the winter with frozen pipes?
No, fortunately we don't. We use an AC-type pipe, which is less susceptible to freezing in the winter weather.
Do you think you have enough water for future development?
Yes, I feel we do. At today's growth, we're in the process of installing a new pump, which will update our system considerably.
This has been Sabrina Hunt from the Perrysburg Reservoir and Pumping Station for News 6.
Perrysburg is an interesting town. Reporter Adam Baggs has a story on the unique topic of steam engines.
Each year, hundreds of area residents attend the 5 Point Threshers reunion to see how steam power worked in the days gone by. There are 5 old-fashioned steam engines in our area. Fires are started in the fireboxes early in the morning. Before long, black smoke can be seen puffing from the smokestacks, and the shrill sound of the steam whistles can be heard for miles. Once wheat or oats have been bound and shocked, all is ready to begin. Wagons are sent out into the fields and loaded with bundles. They are brought back alongside the threshing machine, which is hooked up to the steam engine by means of a large belt. The bundles are fed into the threshing machine, which separates the grain. The straw is blown into a big pile. Antique tractors and machinery are also brought to the reunion.
Staying fit is important to us all. Reporter Tanya Simmons has a report on the Toth Elementary Bowling League.
Our principal, Mrs. Carol Liebig, is not a pro bowler but a bowling enthusiast. She bowls in a traveling league 2 nights a week. She started bowling when she was 13 years old. Her current average is 180. Her highest score is 268 and her highest series out of 3 games is 676. Mrs. Liebig started a bowling league at Toth Elementary School because of her interest in bowling. She thought it would be a fun sport for the kids. She also felt that it would be a new experience for them. The league is on Monday nights from 3:30 to about 6 p.m. The kids ride a bus to Southwick Lanes. There are about 60 bowlers in the league and 4 persons on each team. Trophies and patches are awarded to bowlers who get the highest scores, highest averages, and highest series at the end of the bowling season.
Thanks for watching News 6. This has been John Wolf for Toth Perrysburg. Next week's show will feature Old Fort.